Hello, good morning and welcome. I'm Keith. I'm the host of Total Football Talk, and we're going to look at the latest transfer news coming out of Manchester United at the minute. Starting with Garnacho, is he going to Napoli? Yes, there was information coming out last night from multiple sources, and they were saying potentially yes. Okay, so we'll look at that. We'll look at the significance of Christian Vevile, who is part of Manchester United's hierarchy, and his links with RB Leipzig. And there's potential talk of a winger coming in from them. So we'll have a quick look at what that's all about, and we'll also check out the information that we have that Leon, our new left back, has signed. When and how, and a little bit of details on that. And we'll also look at the Anthony to Real Betis story, and we'll finish up with Manchester United hopefully being clear of any PSR issues. Okay, top story, Garnacho to Napoli. Do we think that this is a story, as in it will happen? There was talk last night from several accounts across Twitter, talk saying that Manchester United or Napoli had agreed a deal with Garnacho in and around the kind of 35-36 million mark. Reports were also saying that Manchester United want more than that. They want, in the regions of 50 million with add-ons. From my point of view, if we're even talking about a player going, I think 50 million with add-ons is about right. Maybe a bit more. I believe this kid's got a lot of talent. I believe there's a high ceiling with him. We know that Napoli have lost a winger to PSG, or it looks like Caracava. Oh God, butchered that one. Apologies. Looks like he's going to go to PSG, and I believe that Conte would probably be very interested in Garnacho, and he would probably fit his system quite well. And in Napoli with Napoli at the minute, but I don't know if this is true. I don't know, because we normally hear, especially in the summer when transfers were being done, we were hearing from Fabrizio Romano, we were hearing from Laurie Whitwell, we were hearing from David Ornstein, and these guys are the key guys who have the real transfer sort of insight. Whenever they drop their bombs, that's usually whenever the explosions happen, and we get the truth. I don't know whether we are hearing the truth at the minute. There's a lot of bits and pieces floating around, and people obviously need and want to hear these types of stories. So are we going to move? Is Garnacho going to move? Personally, I'd love to keep him. I think if you're going to sell Rashford in this particular window, I don't think you can let Garnacho go. And I think if Garnacho goes, I can't see how you can sell Rashford as well. I just think that Garnacho's got a high ceiling, got potential. I think if he gets his head down, which he has done in the last few games, he was very good against Liverpool when he came on and he made a difference, and he had an assist, and he was very good last night, or a couple of nights ago against Arsenal. On Sunday there, he made a very good assist to Bruno. I think he's getting his head down. He's working hard, and I think Garnacho has got potential. Long way to go. Kid needs to keep his feet on the ground, but there's a lot to work with. So I would keep him, and look at it further down the line. But whether Manchester United want to do that, any us and the Glazers might need money, but we'll just have to see how that one unfolds. Okay, we'll move on to the next little bit. And there's talks of Anthony, and the Muppeteers were also talking about Anthony wanting to he's interested in Real Betis, and I can maybe see why, because he's going to a Spanish country, over to the La Liga, the opportunity to play. I just don't know where this one goes with his wages, because obviously his wages are ridiculously high, and I don't know if Real Betis can afford it. Maybe they can bring him on loan, and we pay part of the wages, and they pay part of their wages, and he gets the chance to play between now and the end of the season. Maybe his price will increase. Maybe if he goes there and plays well, maybe we can get a bit more from him. Maybe Real Betis would like him, and he'd want to play. I just feel he's not getting any game time for us at the minute. Doesn't look like he's going to get much game time. Other players are ahead of him, and Marzio came on in that game against Arsenal, and Anthony was still sitting on the bench. The kid probably wants to play football. With a bit of luck, we can help him get out, make a move. But again, with all these people going out, we need replacements coming in. We can't just let all our squad go. So it'll be interesting to see whether Real Betis move on Anthony, and whether we can make a deal come from that. Okay, the next thing we'll look at is this winger from RB Leipzig, and I believe this is coming through Christian Vevile, who is our sporting, I don't really know where he sits in the grand scheme of things. Is he our new sporting director? But he obviously has links with Leipzig, and Leipzig are notorious with picking up gems across Europe, bringing them in and selling them off at a good price. They're a proper selling club. And I think the links that we have through Vevile we can maybe go and get this guy, and his name is Nene Dorelgles. I can't pronounce his surname. Apologies, awful. I've watched little clips of him. A winger who plays on both sides of the pitch. Very good on the left. I think he's technically more left-footed than he is right. Powerful, quick. Looks like but the one thing I did notice in the clips that I have watched, he's creative. He loves a pass. He loves a through ball. If he can't beat a man, he'll find a pass. And so he's very, very, there's a lot of creativity going there, which is brilliant, which is, I think, what we need. We don't need another winger who just kind of cuts in and shoots. We've got enough of them with Rashford, Anthony, and Garnacho to a certain degree. We need another winger who's prepared to go to the byline, get a cross in for our strikers, or who's prepared to play that clever pass through the lines when he can't beat his man on the wing. And I think that would be an excellent addition to the squad. Now, apart from that, I don't know too much more about him. As I said, I've just seen little bits. Very, very interesting player. And if Garnacho was to go, maybe he is a replacement. Even if Garnacho stays and he's going to play in the 10 position, we need someone on the left side who's more of a winger than a defender. And I said, this kid's quick, so he can get up and down the pitch. Maybe he is what we are looking at. So one to keep an eye on going forward from here. And another couple of little bits to talk about. Manchester United are clear of any profit and sustainability breaches. There was a breaking story yesterday from Sky Sports saying that all the Premier League clubs were going to find out today whether they were going to be in trouble for PSR breaches. I don't know who else is in potential trouble, but there could be fines, there could be points deductions. I'm not entirely sure what way they're going to sort of operate and how these clubs are going to get punished, but it looks like that could be the case. Later today we shall find out who and what is getting and how that impacts the Premier League. But Manchester United, from the news that we're getting, is clear of any PSR issues, which is great news and good to hear. Because we were mismanaged by clowns in the Glazers, and Ineos are trying to pick up the slack on this, so good news. Moving on to the next little bit of news, which is Leon, our new left back. He will officially, he's signed now. He'll be a Manchester United player officially on the 1st of July, which is great. He will join the tour. He's signed for 3.3 million, rising to 7 million in total. And then his contract is for 5 years with 1 year extension, so 6 years in total roughly. Which is great. And if you look at the kid, he looks like an excellent physical specimen. The pictures on the internet, for a 17-year-old, he's very, very well built. So he looks like he'll be able to cope with the physical demands of the Premier League. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Obviously 17-year-old kid's got lots of development to go and also growth, which is fantastic. And United planning for the future, something we haven't always done. We used to under Sir Alex, but we haven't done it for a while. So if he's another one to come in on that left side and plan for the future, brilliant. Because we all know that Luke Shaw, very, very good player, but unfortunately the lad just cannot stay fit, and we need to be thinking about bringing in players to move forward on that left side. And the winger from RB Leipzig maybe potentially on the left side, and this young kid Leon, coming in. Leon will go back to his parent club, or his club in South America, and he will finish off the season there. And as I said, he'll join us for the summer tour, which is great news. Okay, guys, that's pretty much all the news that we have coming out at the minute. Let's keep an eye on the Napoli Garnacho thing. That's the big one, and hopefully there'll be some news on Rashford. And apparently there was one final little bit on Casemiro. Apparently Casemiro, that deal's gone up and down roller bloody coaster. Who knows what's going on there? 1 minute he's going, next minute he's staying. I think Ruben Amorim has already clearly pointed out that he's not going to play in his team. He didn't get any minutes against Liverpool. Against Arsenal. Collier came off the bench for that game. And also, I suppose, in the Liverpool game back in the day, he, Ten Hag put Collier out there as well as instead of Casemiro. Casemiro's maybe time at Manchester United is up, and can we get a deal done for him? Can we get him off the books before January? Tricky one. Let's see what Saudi do. But yeah, with a bit of luck, we can get that one out the door as well. Okay, guys, that is your roundup. Thanks very much for listening to me. I'm Keith. If you're liking the material, please give me a like and subscribe. Please, really, really appreciate it. Just trying to grow this little channel. I realize there's hundreds of bloody United supporters out there doing the same thing. So I'm just another one in the mix, trying to fight my way through all the traffic. I love doing this, absolutely love my club. So if you're going to come on this little journey with me, see where we can go, that'll be absolutely fantastic. Okay, guys, thanks very much for your time. Cheers. Bye.